Hello. We'll talk about the opening later as we go along. This opening terrifies me. This might be my absolute weakest opening. I'm just totally... I know I can take is one way. For now, I feel like that's avoiding most of the theory and is a bit simpler, although it's a bit of a concession. Probably would be my guess. It's not the it's probably not the best way to play, honestly. It's a way to play though. Yeah, I'm woefully unprepared. I mean, oh my god. Yesterday I spent 2 or 3 hours trying to learn the theory. Thing is, I think my brain just views this as a sideline. Like if we look from the black pieces here, I play this all the time against d4 and practically never run into this. I mean, it's happened, but it's been a long time. Out of like the last 20 times I've played this, I'm pretty sure 0 times have I run into this. So in my brain, it's like a sideline. I just like, oh, I need to know the antidotes, or you know, how do you respond to this pesky sideline? But I gotta treat it with more respect. It's a complicated opening. That much I know. And I just find it hard to learn, really, for some reason. Anyway, trial by fire, you know, baptism by fire. I will try to make sense of what's going on. I'm really blitzing out those moves, aren't I? I'm used to the 3-2 increment where I just feel like, I'll be fine, even though I'm not going to be fine. I don't know, I'm a lazy chess player, what can I say? Pour in my drink, etc., etc. Etc. Lots of etc., as Ben Feingold would say. Further messing up the pawn structure. La structure de pawn. Mess it up. What do we do? I don't know. Try not to lose too fast. Blah, 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 blah. That's not how that song goes, is it? I was never a fan of Led Zeppelin. Wait, yes I am. I wasn't a huge Van Halen guy myself anyway. 44 seconds. Varirutskio. Is that how you say the name? Good, it's protected. Good, good. I just make moves, you know. We have a passed pawn. A beautiful passed pawn. But it's protected. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, li rong. Li rong. Ding, li rong. Monsieur de chess. Chinois. Le monsieur, le grand monsieur. Ding. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Here to give check, because always give check. Push pawn, because always push pawn. Pass it pawn. 30 seconds. 30 seconds on the Klizak. Klizak? Shiza, what do I do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. They're gonna take the pawn. No! I should have traded the queens and just pushed the pawn. I should have traded the queens and pushed the pawn. What was this move? Should have taken my pawn, yo. Bro! Still, take the pawn. Take the pawn. Take the pawn. Then I have this. Do I? No. Take the pawn, son. Just take it. There you go. Bramp, bramp. Alert on G7. I would like to file an alert on G7. White piece is coming in for the attack. Bramp, bramp. Fork, fork. That's not forking. It's slightly hidden attack on pawn on G7. Boop, boop, boop. Why do I give a huge sigh after I crush? I don't know. Anyway, we will be analyzing and after lots of analysis, sounds like a weird disease of the butt. Right. We have these things, don't we? Okay, they did play this move. They did play it. Way down, way down on the list, son. And so H6, I would expect, yeah, 5% for the Leicesters. 5% move for the Leicesters. And that's number one move. I played the number one move, bruh. What more do you want? We go here. What's the masters? Mainly here, but we can go here. You know, we can do that too. Does this show the top? Are these the top ratings? I never actually, like, really checked. We go down the list. I mean, we got 2,400. I don't get it. Does it average the two? Anyway, for our level, both of these are moves, let's be honest. But it's just these two moves. Bishop f4. Is that a Torre attack? But you're like... We've wasted tempo with the bishop. What? That's not a good move, right? Masters don't play that way. What if I do this? Computer says... Not good. That's not good. We don't want to do that. Did we lose a tempo, though? We didn't really lose a tempo. It depends on how you think, I guess. It depends. Could have gone here. Yeah, we lose a tempo. We're in a London with a lost tempo if we go here. Right? If you're going to go there, might as well just play the London to start with, right? That doesn't make sense. Okay, so we take or back. Bias towards taking. And this is a line, you know, it's a thing. Blah, blah, blah. Let's just check a little bit of the... Yeah, we get a nice situation like this. You know, it's not too hard. It's not kind of what I did. Let's learn from our mistakes here. Queen c2 is played. Find a better move for white. Is this here? Yeah, good. I think it's there. I played here, thinking I'm covering the knight squares. I think it doesn't like me being for this x-ray on the queen. Here I get kicked, but then no. Just here? I'm not sure. What do you want? There. What's the big difference? Difference is I'm protecting the pawn, duh. Did they take advantage? They didn't take advantage of that, did they? What's the idea? I don't know. I don't know why one is good and the other's not. Do you know? Oh yeah, watching. I know there's like 1 million people watching. Don't you know? It's a more active square. Is that all? This is the edge of the board. This is the middle of the board. Is that it? I was interested in protecting this pawn though. Do I have some threat I'm not seeing? I don't get it. I'm just perplexed. E5 was played. It looks good enough for me. Because it allows this. Right, and then takes. So they miss it takes. Oh no, because it's protected. But they kick the queen. Bad pawn structure, takes. So that's the thing. That was the idea. I could have taken the rook. Ah, missed that. Silly game. So if I want to avoid all this shenanigans theory, if I'm white, I can just take the knight. But that's if you run into h6, for sure. You can do that. Whether that's a good idea in other positions, I don't know. Like this opening, I don't know it. I just don't know it. I do not know it. I did not hit her. I did not. This can't be that bad, right? What is this? Are we... Oh, this is a Slav. We're in a Slav now. With the bishop here. I'm not sure if that's normal. Now, they have a goofy looking pawn structure for a Slav if I take. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. So we want to wait a little bit and see if they move their bishop out. Then maybe we take, but here, striking the two pawns. I always like to wait and see. Some people do it. No, they're being a bit cautious. Now it usually takes at this moment, I think. After I bring out the bishop. I can do this maneuver with ideas of the queen going there. I'm thinking maybe here for my knight. Now, I gave him all these pawns over here. Could be dangerous, like, if I put my knight there. Could be a problem, actually. Could be a major downside of how I chose to play. But let's move this bishop. They're protecting this so I can't move the queen there. Maybe unpin the knight, get the knight out to one of these squares. Why would they do that? Just protect... I think this was better. Show some oomph. Show some gumption. Now, what are we playing for? That makes it sound like, why do we play chess? But no, what are we playing for here? I don't know. This square makes it a little harder to develop this knight, because I could take. And probably gonna go here, pressure there. Gotta move this rook out of the x-ray. If I go here, I might be getting trapped. Gotta watch out. Pinned, so they can theoretically do something, maybe. Theoretically, huh? Everything's in theory. I don't know what to do. This is a weighty move. It's Blitz. Maybe get some space. Making moves, you know, just I'm making the moves. Gotta make them to break them. They should take. This pawn will be nice for them. Happy pawn. Happy pawn day, everyone. And this rook is looking awkward, and I don't know. I'm just making moves, you know. It's Blitz, okay? Don't get mad at me for just making moves. That's what I'm doing. No increment. Now they had takes. They missed it, but will they see it now? They have it. Still have it. You want to do it. You want to take it. You do. Yes, you got it, boy. You got it. Do I do a sacrilegious thing? Let's get sacrilegious. I'm down 3 points. It's great. And everything is falling to pieces. The plane is crashing into the mountain, as they say. In other words, everything is fine. Oh my god. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Making moves because oh my god, I can't take it anymore, bro. I cannot take any more punishment. I'm gonna give it a sigh after every game. If this were, I'd be okay today. I'd be a happy little camper if this were an opening I'm comfortable in. But and I respect this opening, don't get me wrong. Ginger GM, I respect his every word. He's a proponent. I mean Gotham Chess, but Ginger GM's a GM, okay? Simon, what's his name? Simon Garfunkel? Is that it? Anyway, d5. So, oh god, I'm so unprepared for this opening. d5 is looking strong for black. Equal as far as the results. That's a venomous, menacing thing full of venom. It's not looking good for white here. Is that what I did, by the way? Did I do that? I played c4. I don't know why I'm using a different analysis board. c4, ouch. House of Pain. What do you do here? e3, e3, knight d2. These are the moves. Well, something was learned. Something has been learned. That's how we roll. Nobody's born with this knowledge. You gotta learn it. Wow. And should I go for this line? Let's practice what we have been taught so kindly. The lines were here, and was it bishop d2 though? Or sorry, knight d2. What was the other one with probably ideas here? So they've done this. What, is there a downside to this move? I mean, we can go here. Is there a downside to this move? Let's throw this in. It's a little jazzy. I mean, takes. I would take if I were them. Thing is, with tempo, right? They don't have time for this to remove the defender, but now they can remove the defender. So, not too sure. Not too sure what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I said in the beginning, full disclosure, no idea what I'm doing. Actually, it's kind of fun. Well, it's more fun when you're against a lower rated opponent. They don't punish you as hard, but damn, I just don't know what I'm doing in this opening. Do I dare? Looks like I lose a rook. This I do dare. I do dare here. Tempo on the bishop. On the cardinal? What's the I don't know the difference between a cardinal and a bishop, but just want to get developed. Oh dear. Take. Can take so many ways though. No, can I give a take? I want to give a take back. Come on, let's play a good game of chess. What is this? I'm gonna chill here. They might resign. No, but I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna run my clock down till it's about a minute. Let them think about the move that they just did. Just out of fairness. Well, then we'll have a good game of chess if I've only got a minute left on the clock. Question is, do I take... Which way to take? I don't know. I think bishop so I can castle. And this knight is happy there. I mean, if they kick, it weakens the king's side. I've got ideas here. I don't know. Why did they do this move? You got this beautiful thing going on. Why? Why'd you do this? I mean, I can take two different ways. Makes me sad. There's one person, there's a grandmaster who gets angry when their opponents make a bad move. I forget who. Maybe, I forget who. Korchnoi? I have no idea. It should be okay. I've got all kinds of things going on, flying across the board here. I do need to watch the clock. I've kind of set myself up. Put myself in that situation, huh? I'm +5 though. Got ideas of Forktown. Forktown, USA. Let's just get this solid shenanigans going on. I want to get out of the way of shenanigans here, just in case. It's not a good move if you have more time. I think these pieces are all well positioned. I need to retreat the queen. Get it out. Just get it out of dodge. Screw it. We're attacking the center. I'm gonna bust things apart and attack the king. Maybe here. I missed that. How dare you? And I don't know, but I think I'm happy. I'm happy. Just here. Gotta watch the square getting hit by the rook. And there's pieces all over the place. Silliness. Not too sure what we're doing. I think doing this. Oh dear. Oh dear, am I in trouble now? I can't even take it because they'll come and checkmate me. They've got a minute on the clock. I have to checkmate. Am I going to lose this? Am I going to lose it? No. No. That's not the way, sir. But I have nothing on the clock. You're good. You're good. Good job. Good job. I mean, is there anything really to look at? I guess this, yeah, the very beginning. So I played d5, as we have been checking out lately. Knight of 3, minor sideline. c5 doing well here. What's the computer say? Whatever. c5. Can't be that bad, right? 334 games. The highest scoring for black. I'll stand by it. After c5, I don't know. There's so many branching out, blah, 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 that can happen here. They have the same rating as the last one, basically. So here we can take. I don't mind this. Now they have ideas maybe of, you know, having that nice file there. Try to go here. Space advantage. Spatial advantage, but we win a knight here. There's no back. I said there's no back. I said no. Whatever. Well, maybe retreat. Always retreat. Still thinking this. I gotta get this bishop out. Gotta lock things down a bit here. They're doing a good job of like counterplay. And well, if they give away the bishop pair, okay. And they're killing mine. Well, never mind. They're not killing me anything. Castles with protecting the knight. Beautiful. Maybe here. Now takes, I don't know. Interesting. Let's go for it. It's a little dubious, I think. I think, well, we can go here, but we're still, it's 2 pieces for a rook. Wait, what am I doing? Just win the queen. What the hell am I doing? Whatever. Threat renewed. They shouldn't have taken there. Should have taken with the king. I thought that was interesting. Maybe they saw something I don't. Get this other rook out. That's the plan. Unless they do that. Now they are hitting some meaty, sensitive spots in my area. We are going to win the queen. This is not the end of the world for me. Although, coming in here with another rook, I don't know what I would do. But I get to check with check, so your threat is gone. Take that off the board. Exchange pieces, and we're done. Whatever, block you. Maybe here for the rook. Threatening things. Activate the bishop. Block the threat. Activate the bishop. Take the piece and activate threat. Bring the rook over. Check. Always give check. Always give check. Hitting this. No big deal, but I don't want to be stuck defending. Here's a tactic if this rook were somewhere else. Let's see. They're going to move the rook somewhere else, I think. Prediction. No. Checkmate. Alright. I'm not too afraid of this line right now. Later I'll watch videos about the whole H6, take, bishop takes. Looks good for white. Here we go. Trompowsky. Okay, I'll take the rating points. I'm only 1732, man. Well, there's various reasons for that. Gotta bring it up. But we gotta learn all these openings, because that's what I'm doing, all these openings, tournaments. Yeah, sometimes it's work, you know, it's work. It is. Oh dear, this is going to be a lesson. I'm going to receive a lesson. Do we want to go here? Maybe, let's get a lesson in this line. They'll school me here. There's a raptor variation. They're just moving back, so I think they're avoiding theory. They only have a minute 30 on the clock. What happens here? Do they... Kicking is a little awkward, no? Here, they're kicking. Kicking it. If they take, we have it here. But I don't have check when I take. Still, am I... Okay. Maybe I have, overplayed my hand a bit. Perhaps. You dirty dog. I get forked. God knows that's unpleasant. God knows that's unpleasant. Peculiar move, because I am peculiar. Oh yes, and we gotta move this queen the hell out of dodge. The hell out of dodge. What do I do after this? I do not know. Screw it. We're gonna get in trouble here. Okay, that way. Unexpected. Takes with check. Oh, they take with check. No, they take with check. Fair enough. They're just winning. So we're just playing along. I did screw up. Which is expected, okay? I mean, come on. 2100s. So we played the main line, knight e4. There's all kinds of e6 stuff, huh? There's probably a way to transpose into the to queen's. I mean, there has to be ways to transpose into queen's gambit declined lines. That could be worth exploring. And I think e6... Well, d5 also. Can we... Do we have lines that transpose? They'd have to play c4, if we, you know. So that seems like definitely not a main line by any means. E6. We'll probably explore E6 at some point. Let's see, we did the main line. And they just simply went back, which is rare. They're just avoiding theory. Okay. They said, hey, I'm going to avoid theory. Slightly better for black. So that's their way of doing things. For Blitz, anyway. Unfortunately, we didn't really learn anything from that. in terms of the opening lines. But what does the computer say? Play d4. Well, I did play d5, excuse me, and yeah, this was dubious, huh? I was thinking takes, and of course I thought I'd take it with check. Mental malfunction there. I make that mistake occasionally when the pawn's there. In Blitz, anyway, and so this was a mistake, of course. Just go back. Just simply go back. Just simply go back. Okay, but I'm probably not gonna run into that line too often, I don't think. So we have 3 moves in this main line. Bishop, 2 bishop moves on h4. This is called the Raptor, I believe. Raptor variation. Idea is that if you take, so this is unpopular to take. Good for white. You don't want to take this, I don't think. Basically, it opens up this. There's a lot of... So if they do something like this, let's see. Well, they can get their bishop here, and it's pretty uncomfortable. Stuff like that. Anyway, I don't know it too well. I just know the basics, and otherwise, I think we'll run into this most often. The other one is scoring roughly equal for white and black if they went here. C5 is the main move. D5 also. Yeah, just mainly those 2 moves, I would say. How's the Lichess data? Yeah, I want to see the Lichess database a little bit. Lichess database. Total 4% advantage for white for the Trompowsky. Most people are playing e6, then 94, d5. All of these are scoring even, same percentages. Oh, except this. Yeah, there's not much to learn here, to be honest, from the Lichess database, at least at first glance. 94, bishop f4. Let's check out this main line a little bit, huh? c5 or d5. Let's go. D5 is probably going to be a little simpler to learn, I'm guessing. E3, F3. F3 looks nice, and I probably just return back, right? Knight f6. Yeah. Knight f6. Was it 90%? Okay. Then E4. This is the most challenging line here for black. That's surprising. Knight c3. So I wouldn't expect, unless somebody knows the theory, I wouldn't expect all this knight c3 here, you know? These are... It's a little counterintuitive. It's not super obvious. So if I saw this on the board, I'd think, oh, okay, my opponent knows the theory here. Okay, Okay, knight c3. F takes is just... We're in territory that's good for black here. Minus 0.4. So, I think I'm going to run into this only if they know the theory. Including, F3. F3 is kind of natural, but it's a weakening move. And just go back, E4. Here we can play C5. And it's doing really well. But there's a lot to learn here, okay? This is not just... It's not one yet, but definitely worth studying. And what else? We might not run into F3. We might run into E3, right? So let's review what we've done. We did 94, bishop to F4, and then simply, I'm talking about the D5 line. We could also do C5, E3, and here C5 can be played. I like this. I like this. This is now this is a London basically, but I have like a... Do I have a tempo advantage? Because the bishop is moved. This is like a good, really good London, and this is a good challenge to the London as well. So I'm kind of liking this. What's bishop d3 here? But we have to move back. We move back, so now it's what, an ordinary London? Have we transposed into an ordinary London? We can do D takes. Oh wait, yeah, it's white's. Never mind, it's white's move. Okay, it's complicated. I have to think about the London. Let's check it out. I want to know if that's transposing. Where's the tools analysis board? No, D4, and here, here, huh? Ah, here, and C5, bishop D3, and we move back, right? Knight F6. That's my preferred move here. And okay, so we have a pawn here. So suppose C5, bishop D3, but it's black's turn now. Whereas here, it's white's turn. Is this identical? And is black's turn here, right? That's 0.2 for black. This is 0.3 for white. Yeah. So we've lost a tempo playing this way as black. This is very interesting. But it's white who chose the Trompowsky. So... Wow. Wow. Now, normally white, I don't think would do this right away like this, but C5 is probably the best way to challenge the London here. You can see it in the database, bearing out in the data. C5. Typically, you're not going to see bishop. Let's see. This is equal according to the computer, and this loses a couple whatevers, and it's saying white wins 4% more of the time here. So computer likes takes. That's doing much better in the database. Takes, but although it's played only 8% of the time. Knight c3 is going into a Jaboba London system. And, but the problem here is with c takes, now it's pretty equal. And that is the computer move as well. Okay. Pretty equal, so that's not so good for white. And there was c3. And maybe knight c6. And it's roughly equal. I don't see that white has a huge scary response here. Well then e6. I don't know, you know, it's... Oh, okay, but it's black's turn. Bishop f5. And this is better for black, it looks like, according to the data. Computer says equal. So here we've managed in the database to achieve equality for black after knight d2. Knight d2, bishop f5. That's the only... These other moves are not doing well. Not doing well. So if we go back... So it sounds like with c3, we can play knight c6 and achieve equality with black. And with knight f3, one of these two moves. Okay, both interesting. So anyway, so the London and the Jaboba London may be... Well, it's played at the top level, you know, so I think there's more to say about this. If you dig deeper into sidelines and stuff, there's probably more to the story, but this is just a cursory analysis. But the database stuff does matter. The computer and all that does mean something, doesn't it? Now, what was I looking at? So we're in a London where, but black has lost a tempo. And yet it's still, I mean, this is like normal opening statistics. That's so interesting. So you can see why white would be happy with this situation, right? So that was mainly after d5, but I think c5 maybe also. It depends if we play d5 or not. But after d5, e3 is doing best for white. Most popular move. And then we're looking at c5. There's also bishop f5. f3 is doing strongly for white here. Pretty strong for white, it looks like. And so we said c5. c6. I don't know. Maybe there's something here. This again, this is a London, isn't it? So c5, c5, bishop d3. There's also c3. If they want to stick, well, this is probably going to transpose anyway. Bishop d3, and they just go back. And if we're white, we've gained a tempo in the London. Amazing. This is super worth trying to get into if you're with the white pieces. Now, we didn't have to play d5 here. We could have played c5. And other moves. Let's take a look. This is the most popular, c5. So maybe c5 is more popular because they don't want to get into this London down a tempo. c5. But honestly, let's learn this by playing this. There's f3, there's d5. We can do more analysis. That's enough for now. And we have the next tournament here. So I've managed to learn a lot more about the main line of the Trompowsky already. So I'm happy. Now when I watch all the videos about, like the Hanging Pawns videos, it's got 7 videos on the Trompowsky. It'll make a lot more sense to me now. Good. Okay. So quick c5. Interesting. Can we transpose to some of the other lines we've been looking at? Maybe. Well, this is basically what I said we're going to learn more about, which I didn't quite... Okay. Took a draw. Huh. This was enough to say, actually, no. Actually, nope. Now, c5 is super sideline status, but, what's the computer say? So I've gone e3, I'm trying to transpose into stuff I've studied. And although e3 is played, this is good for black, but I'm a little suspicious. I mean, I think it should be equalish. It's a little... this is very complicated. This is, you know... Okay, I thought it was more of a sideline than it is. Excuse me, I didn't see it. c5 is right there. It's the 4th most popular move. You can go d5. This might transpose into a Benoni at some point, possibly. Anyway, that's a little deeper than I want to study just yet. I'd like to focus on the lines I've been studying. So that was, whatever, we got to draw. I was crushing this guy the other day. I didn't win, but out of the opening I was crushing it. Fide Master. Okay. So we're trying to learn main lines right now. Okay, they've gone for just going back. See what happens. Looking, we might transpose into London lines. I'm not. I bet you can take both ways here, if they were to take. Now, do I want to do this? Let's get the bishop out. Yeah, let's get. Do I want to get the bishop out here? I don't think I do. I'll do this. And this is tricky. If they put the knight here, I have to figure out something. Oh, this is simple. This I'm not worried about. If I were them, I would have kept this complicated tension and put the knight in there. I think that's a better, more complicated move. I'm just gonna block like this. I can take back with tempo. Or we gain a tempo, I think. I feel like we gain a tempo, I'm not sure. This looks fine to me now. I could be wrong. Maybe kick the bishop, ask it what it's doing, maybe. I don't know. Okay, now that's maybe a threat. Should I... This is getting complicated. They might have something here. But we'll see. I can take with tempo on the queen, so... But, you know, they can threaten to take with check, which is faster. Taking here is not a problem for me, though. Could win some space like this. We can attack the queen. I don't think this was the way. You know, they had all these threats. I don't think you move your bishop there just to move it back after I develop all this shenanigans. I think they screwed up a bit. Space advantage. Easy development in castles. Oh, and I screwed up. I screwed up. But it's just a pawn. But this pin is a little annoying now. And they've got a good pawn structure. That was a critical pawn. So I really messed up. They can do this. Kick tempo on the knight there. This might be interesting. Let's do this. Let's throw this in. We could get castled. We could think of moving here, but I'd rather maybe x-ray all this before moving there with the knight. And we might want to do this attacking stuff before castling. My king feels pretty safe right now. Okay. Well, we gotta take this way. Wait. We don't have to. Let's take this way, though. I want to stay protected. But now they just kick it. Wish I had my rook here. It would be so much better. Okay. I don't know how good this is. We can take and then move back. I don't know if this is good really, but let's do this kind of thing. Get some pawns back. Yeah, let's do this. I think they're going to move their rook here, and I'll protect my rook. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Do we have some tactics? Yeah, they missed this. They're probably losing now, I'm guessing. And should be fine. If I don't screw up, we should be fine. Just stopping them from coming in here. It's nice my rook's protected by the bishop. It's hard to attack this bishop, right? It's protected, mutual protection. Pawns are screwed. No pawn can come here. It's great. It's fantastic. Maybe here was better. But having the king here... trying to think if there's some kind of checkmate thread I can develop. Possibly... Let's go here. Ideas of here. We'll see. I just want to exploit the awkwardness of the king. Sometimes you get these checkmate patterns when they're sort of like hugging everything. Like if I have a rook here, they have no escape squares with the bishop protecting that one. So let's do the thing I was talking about. If we run into this, maybe here. That I like. And not sure. If this were protected, it would be great. We'd give checkmate. It's almost losing, except that they take. And let's just poke. Can't take too much time. Should be easily winning. So we're threatening this as checkmate, basically. They've created the escape square. But we go this way, and then bishop comes in. Should be checkmating soon. Blocking with... they might resign rather than doing this. Yeah. Alright, that was fun. So we did 94 main line. They did this sort of a sideline, bishop h4. It's kind of a sideline, but it's a main sideline, if you will. The edge variation. It's a variation. And c5. c5. We gotta try c5. I did d5. We gotta try c5. So I did the second most popular move here at 26%. Not scoring as well as the other two. And f3. So we're playing book here, and e3 is a little passive, I think. e4 was maybe better. e4 probably better, but knight c3. Okay, so this is the edge variation. The edge variation. Actually, I should have done the computer analysis. Just for the blunders and all that. There was something very wrong here. I didn't think of this. Neither did they. So here I'm gonna do here. Here we do... Still here, maybe? I forget. This is definitely gotta be a sideline, right? Might transpose into main theory stuff at some point, I don't know. Actually, I think taking is good. And then just kick the knight later. Although we've kind of wasted tempo with our knight, but they lose the bishop pair. Let's go here. Let's take ideas of queen here. If they go here, we develop a piece with tempo. The knight doesn't belong there. It's not a big deal. It's no big deal. We're actually threatening to take the knight now, which they missed. Yippee. And now we're threatening this, but I don't know that it... Yeah, we get to take the pawn. Yeah, they've given up. Alright. So I'm very suspect of this knight f3 move. It's takes you right out of book right away. And it's saying to take... Let's see the Lichess database here. That's another... That is a merit of this line. Now, yeah, some people will do this, right? 3%. Not a huge number. They really have only these three moves if they want to keep their advantage as white. Knight f3, we can just take it. d5, c5. Those are all good. I'm gonna say I'm very not scared of this. Because it sort of misplaces the knight. Gives up the bishop pair. Knight doesn't really belong there this early in the game. Can just be kicked. Can be threatened. Yeah, not a believer in that. Let's see. We had a blunder here that we didn't analyze. Oh, that's their blunder. Right, because of this. And what else? What happened here? Computer says no. I probably had a tactic. I don't know. Alright. They've gone there. So this is mainline. We've done the edge variation, or we've seen it from the other side. Should we go mainline? Let's go mainline. Mutter. Is it Mother Erde in German? Okay. E5. I simply take it, yo. Just take it, bro. I think that's a dubious one. It might be some kind of gambit. And, not a big believer in this. For black. Not a big believer in this. What do they do? They move back. This looks a little interesting, but I don't know. Maybe just developing. Or do I want to reserve this to kick the knight? How about here? We're threatening and developing. Let's do that. Threatening and developing. I love this fianchettoed king side. I love it. Very comfortable in those positions. Usually. Okay. Just develop. It's a weird square for the knight. I think it probably wants to go here and should go there, maybe, at some point. We just get developed and castled and we have no problems whatsoever. We're up a pawn. They really... So far they've screwed up the opening. And this pawn is annoying for them. It's making it hard to move this pawn. Knight doesn't want to be on the edge. Yeah, I'm kind of got a, what's the word? Like a wedge in their position, obstructing their development a bit, you know? They want to move this pawn. They want to get this bishop out. They wanted this square for the knight. They're just, it's all clusterfucked, honestly. But the game is young, could make a huge blunder at some point. I want to play on this square. Can we play on this square? If I could get a knight there, it would be fantastic. I don't see it, so I'm gonna get a little space. Kick this knight, and then consider this maneuver. It was better when the king was on e8, but I'm gonna consider this. Tempo on the bishop. I'd rather just pull back. I think this is good, actually. Because if I get a queen there that's hard to dislodge, it, again, obstructs their development by a lot. Let's see if we can do that. Or, alternatively, the pawn. Could put the pawn there. Pawn or queen, I don't know. Let's do queen. It's a little hard to dislodge. And, what's next? Space. Get these pieces on better squares. That's the next project. Like, how do you dislodge this? It's a pain, right? Here, that's how. We'd like to go there, but the knight is there. Can always move back. They can kick us. We'll move on to other ideas. This is still a pain for them, I think. Playing a trick, but I think they just take. Playing for tricks. So I gave up an important bishop, which is not good. I was trying to lay the trap. But we just gained another pawn, so we're up 2 pawns. If the knight weren't there, this would be fantastic. And, I'm just gonna come back. I'm losing this pawn. Good stuff for them. Gotta move fast. I'm gonna get in time trouble. I am in time trouble. This knight is their MVP. It's allowing and stopping all kinds of things. Gotta play tricky and fast. This was a mistake. Blunder. I blundered already. And I'm gonna play hyper aggressive. It's probably gonna fail, but we'll see. Do they realize they can just take it? Maybe they don't realize it. Sometimes you don't expect the blunder. Yeah. And again, screwing up. Screwed up again. Should have just moved back, but it seems really passive to just move back. In any case, I've got to simplify a bit, but they are up a point. They have a piece for 2 pawns, and it's not a good situation. Threatening. Here. Now we can attack the defender. Not anymore. I'm losing. Where am I? I think I'm losing. Could be winning. Could actually be winning. Guess we were winning the whole time, huh? Ooh. I missed it. Ah, with check, baby. That's the way. GG. Okay, e5 sideline for sure. Masters. Yeah, I just take it. Just a kind of a blunder right away, right off the bat. I want both of these up. But see, when Lichess... Alright, I guess this is okay. You can't see anything over here. Lichess, like, keeps this size the way it is, no matter what you do with the zoom setting in your browser, so... Anyway, here we are. Got the thing on the bottom. So I'm ahead, just I gained that pawn early on. And everything's okay. This was dubious. Yeah. I was setting a trap and it didn't work. And I knew that giving up that bishop was not good for me. We're still ahead by a fair margin. But we blundered the knight. And then we blundered again. Just for good measure. But yeah, this was equal. But anyway, no excuses because I screwed it up. And they could have kept their advantage, but they screwed it up, and I was winning. And so I thought, like, right, because this was check. Otherwise, they had this. Maybe they were thinking they had this. Did I realize it was check? I don't know that I did. I don't know that I was aware of this. Anywho. We survived. That was intense at the end there. Let's continue our studies of the main line, if we can. To the point that we can. They will diverge at some point, or I will. And this is bad. I'm just moving back. That cannot be so. That cannot be so good. That cannot be so good. Play this later. I think they're just going to kick the knight. They're trying to avoid all theory. It's the only reason you'd move your bishop back like that. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to play the Trompowsky. Like, if you want to play that way, we're here to learn the Trompowsky, right? Like, if you want to play that way, I don't understand why you wouldn't just play the ordinary Blitz tournament. Like, is it that interesting to just completely avoid theory? I don't mind the bishop being in here. I think we're going to have something like a French-style position. Depends on what they do here. So if they go here, we'll have a, I think, an improved French, advanced French, possibly. But they may just take, and then we have French exchange. And, okay. So we're in the French advanced variation with this pawn doesn't normally go there. That's odd for them. So I'll happily give check. They move back. Oh, my bad. They're protected. I should have moved here. This was the place to move. Sorry, I gave him a free tempo. That was bad. And we could just kick the knight, but yeah, let's just kick the knight because this is not working. This is just a terrible French that they're playing. So hopefully I'm okay here. It helps to know a lot of different openings, you know? So I've played many advanced French games with black. It usually just crushes at, unless you're at a very high level, which we're not. But, lately I just started playing it with the white pieces because I want to learn the sharpest, like, craziest lines. And it's really challenging to defend with the white pieces. So we have this pawn, but it's I'm having trouble imagining the future for that pawn. But let's maybe play the break here. Pawn break. It is a little jazzy, a little messed up, but I am up a pawn. Okay, so do we go here in castles? Where does this bishop go? Does the bishop go here, maybe? Yeah, we want to protect that pawn. I guess they could have taken this with tempo, huh? But then they'll probably lose that pawn. The knight not being there would have opened up the queen, potentially. And probably want to castle. Unless I have any tricks. Let's castle. Tempo on the bishop. So, as is often the case with the French, this is not a proper French, but it's a French kind of position. We have the French bishop, and he's unhappy right there. Unhappy little French bishop. We'd like him to be here. And this knight doesn't belong here at all. I mean, we should have a knight here. Where should the other knight be? Not sure. Maybe here or something. I don't know. Here. Perhaps. Okay, I think I need to take this off. We have a minor development problem. And what are we going to do about it? Do we go here? It's a little odd. It's a bit odd. Gives them all kinds of tempo. Offer the exchange. We could actually, yeah. Here's okay, so I didn't really need to necessarily offer that. I mean, without the queens on the board, the thing is, if they exchange the queens, there's tempo on this bishop. And the idea of getting the knight here looks nice. Now that I have more tempo. Get another knight out, solve my development problems. Got to start moving a little faster, but they're in time trouble as well. Simple ideas for fixing my development problems. Let's go here first. For some reason, that's French style. And, okay. Okay. I don't really have a good square for that knight. Do I? I'll have to take the concession. But now we're losing the bishop too. This is a problem. Messed up. Messed it up. Here, I don't think it was really that threatening, to be honest. Make them waste time doing that. I'd like to go here if possible. Ideas. All kinds of fun ideas. Here, maybe. They need to develop their other rook, and this knight sucks. Thwarting my plans, are we? It's not nice. Got a passed pawn. Let's use this passed pawn as much as possible. Protecting more. Okay, they've decided upon that. Down a point. It's a good move. Both have 3 pawns on the thing, on either side. That's a bit dangerous. Move the king back. Stop me from going over there. I'm going to sack the rook. It's tough. It is tough. Why do you do this to me? Don't do this to me. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. Definitely losing. Very losing. GG. Okay, yeah, this is just dubious nonsense for the opening. So it needs to look for bishop c1. Nah, that's a big no. Alright, so I was probably, I was kind of crushing it for a while out of the opening. They didn't play a serious opening anyway. Let's go to the full view here. Okay. I'm going to start this. There's a lot to analyze, but I blundered. Ah, I don't know why I didn't see it. Just here, because I didn't see the rook. Rook was protecting the square. And I was hitting time trouble, so... Big blunder. What happened here? This was better. Okay. Don't know that I learned much about the opening there. So we're 31st in the tournament. That's nice. Probably one more game. Gotta do something with that bishop, huh? So they got 3 moves. Here, here, and here. Nobody's played the raptor variation, oddly. I should play it if I have the black pieces. This is a little strange, right? But I don't think it's terrible. It's just a little strange. Probably Probably looking to kick me, I guess. Bishop doesn't belong there. It's just a weird square. They're trying to avoid theory without just completely showing that they are just giving up on theory. Okay, but they're also maybe solidifying this square, making this unattractive, possibly. But okay, they want a fianchetto, or else they've got nothing. So let's go this way. Make fianchettoing painful. Sounds like a political slogan. Make fianchettoing painful again. Anyway, they're very passive with this positioning. Go for this. Oh, they're moving back? Come on. They think that I moved back, therefore, as far as tempo is concerned, it's all good. It's all gravy. Now I get to play this. Which, I mean, there might be slightly better here, though. To be fair. Now I don't have this to kick the bishop. That's their thinking, possibly. Might be their way of thinking, but yeah, it's equalish. Equalish. I got a bad bishop. Do we have pawn break ideas later? I don't know. Trade this off. Move the bishop. But unfortunately, my castling, I've kind of created this problem for myself. My castling is not so hot. They can take. I takes and then. No, they don't have this because I just take. Never mind. A little weird having the pawn here. If they do this fianchetto thing anyway. Your bishop's over here, bro. But we're gonna go hyper aggressive style. We have ideas of kicking the knight and taking this pawn. Very important pawn. Okay, thank you. Now they might be thinking takes here. I think it's okay. I think it's. I'm not that scared. They don't really have enough space to be bringing in their queen. My queen's not far off. They don't have like this square or something for the knight. That's a problem sometimes in the King's Indian defense. And okay, they've defended the pawn. Good for you, son. And maybe ideas of again trying to kick this knight, but I guess that pawn's probably not falling anytime soon. Maybe I go for f5 at some point. Takes, and I have this incredible file. So I go there now. Hyper aggressive, but their king side is also weak, so we're both playing aggressive. And this is looking less good. Here now. Here. Takes, and we put the rook on a better file with tempo. Although I need tempo to take the pawn back, but can almost pre-move this, but I prefer not to pre-move lately if I can avoid it. And what have we got? I don't know. Now they've got threats. Yeah. Boop. Amazing move. But this sucks. It's not a happy time in chess land today. Maybe here. Who knows? It could, it's pretty double-edged. Taken here, huh? I missed that. Take with the queen, I guess. Then I get checkmated. I don't like getting checkmated. I also don't like this queen takes. Whoopsie daisies, whoopsie daisies. Truth hurts. The truth hurts. That's a resignable position. Very resignable. Wow. Okay, goofball positioning, right? Bishop e3. 23 times it's been played. Gotta worry about all this silly sidelines, right? Isn't that what I played? No, I played e6. And... okay, d5. What about f3? We just go back. I don't know, this opening was not really serious, but somehow they just kept gaining advantage. Probably this move got me in trouble. Got me in trouble, didn't it? It did. Okay. Alright, I accept that messed up a little bit there. What are we going for? We're going to try the Trompowsky if we can get it. Looks like we're not getting it. Accepted. QGA, Queen's Gambit accepted. Want to take the pawn back. There were some lines recommended by Igor. Igor Smirnov, GM, would have recommended here, and it's a bit tricky. But this I'm not worried about. I just take. I'm okay. I think we're good. But we still got a game of chess ahead of us. Possibly here in castles. Maybe pin the knight. Pin the knight looks good. I think they had to do... well, they're threatening... they have threats. Okay. To be fair. Not sure about this. Takes. So... then... takes is not a problem. So, I'm protecting it, but with the discovery, I'll be not protecting it again. But we can take here. Hopefully we're okay. We might want to do f4. And we're fine. Can do this long maneuver. Somebody named this. I forget what they named it, but bishop doesn't really belong up here. We'll maybe do this maneuver. It takes time, but we'll see. I kind of like this pawn chain, even though technically I have a couple weaknesses from it, but isolated pawn on the edge as well. Okay. Let's take it off. And what do we got? We have ideas possibly here. Eyeing this. I think this is interesting. Knight will be hanging. Possibly they go here. But then we have this. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Threats. This would be, I think, a mistake. Pressure. Woo wee wee. I can take. Tempo on the queen. This was a terrible move. Check. Although, oh, it's up a pawn, but maybe here was probably better actually. I think that was better because then you're threatening the discovery, which is a bit stronger. They probably have to take and take. Anyway, here we are. This probably good. Look at that bishop, hard to remove. And now I'd rather maybe not give it the bishop pair, maybe over here. Of course, I might take right away, which is probably maybe a good idea. I don't know. Activates my rook slightly. But yeah, this bishop is a monster right now. Of course, they can attack it. And I'd like to come up with some plan for attacking the king side. Not too sure how to go about it. If I had a knight, this would be ideal, but I do not have a knight. And maybe make some space for my king. Okay, they are threatening. Let's stop that. Maybe here. And make some space for the king. We might have ideas of rook lifts. A lot of pressure there. Do I dare do this? It's a little dangerous. Okay, 1, 2, 3 attacking. 1, 2, 3 defending. However, this has a discovery. It's a little complicated. Let's be a little, try to be a little careful. Now I can rook lift here, maybe. And the rook lift also is a little dangerous, but I'm protecting the square, so we could come back. However, if it's like this, it'll be hitting the square twice. Okay, they moved the rook. Let's see what they do. If they move back, no. So, rook lift? I don't know, it's a little dubious, but I can't think too long. Here, I think, no, they don't do that, but we have ideas here, maybe. Takes. And now I could try to create some back rank issues for them, which actually now they have, yeah. Checkmate. Okay. Queen's Gambit accepted. This is all book, but you can see it's performing equally here. So I don't know. I'm not super good at the Queen's Gambit accepted. I'll learn a bit more when... I mean, I've studied it a bit. I'll learn a bit more next time when there's a tournament. I think there was one already that I did, but... So was I just mainly winning the whole game? Yeah. This was a bad move. I kind of like this move. Saying here... Oh, you know, there's probably like a semi-tactic... Whoa, takes. Right, okay. Because of the pin. We didn't see that. They didn't see it either. Okay. Now there's another tournament. I think I'm going to take a break, come back possibly with another stream. So thanks, everybody, and goodbye. Have a good day.